All right, cool. We're gonna do something fun today. I'm gonna do, how much time do I got? Is that the right timer? Oh, you're squeezing me, man. Give me like 5 or 10 more. Cool. All right. Cool, so we're gonna do two things. One, I'm gonna walk you through kind of our framework for a challenge, and then live in front of you, because I think it's important. I think, here's what happens. I do these presentations, I give you guys a lot of really cool shit, and then you guys leave and like no one does any of it. So it's a big waste of time to fly here and do that. So today what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna build a challenge in front of you using one of your businesses in the room. That way you guys can understand how to do it, and you can probably go and build your own, or even do it alongside me as I do it today. Is that cool with you guys? Awesome, cool. So Anik has not seen this presentation. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to add 7 figures per month with challenges. We don't do this with one client. There's a bunch of clients that we do this with. With that being said, raise your hand if you run a webinar or run a challenge. Keep your hands up, please. Okay, and only keep it up if you run a challenge, not a webinar. 1, 2, 3, maybe 7 or 8 people in the room run a challenge. Cool, so just for reference, quick kind of layout here. This is the difference between a webinar and challenge, very simple. So challenge is just like a multiple day webinar in a way. And I'm gonna show you kind of some things that are super important for us and how we script ours. So super easy, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. Webinars like 1.5 to 3 hours. Some of you guys are crazy and go longer. 5 to 8 hours is usually how much a challenge runs for us. The difference is we can sell something for a huge price point. So like where you guys are maybe focused on a webinar, when someone comes cold and spends an hour, 2 hours with you, they're not gonna spend 40, 50 G's with you. Someone comes cold, goes to a challenge, spends 3 days with you, it's very easy to sell someone a 40K package on the back end. You'd be shocked. So I'm gonna kind of show you how we structure that throughout this product. So here's kind of an example of one of the challenges we just ran. This is a $1,000 product. You can see, let's see, does it have a laser? No, cool. You can look on the top left, registrations. It says 33.8%. That was our opt-in page. This was a free challenge. Total people that checked out, 12% of everyone that attended actually checked out. We made $1 million cash on the checkout page. We had a $1,000 upsell on top of the $1,000 product. We made another $307,000 from that. So 32% of people took that. Then we had a $497 upsell. 51% of people took that. I'll show you, I'll build the same exact example for you guys so you understand why so many people took those. And then we ended up a total return on ad spend of 16X. That's pretty cool, yeah? You guys think that's pretty cool? That's no one wants a 16X in this room? I know it's the end of the day, so I forgive you guys. I know it's cold in here. Anik decided to take the Christmas theme to another level and give us it live in person. So cool, here's a couple things that I think are super important in a challenge. I see a lot of people running challenges. I don't think they do a good job actually delivering on certain things. So number one is we wanna give the participant an end outcome. A lot of you guys do webinars even, and you just kind of talk about the stuff that your thing does, and then you never actually teach them anything. There's no outcome. They don't actually leave with anything. You can't do that in a challenge. It's cool for like 1 hour, but it's not cool when someone's spending like 6, 7 hours with you. Does that make sense? So number one, as you guys start, we're gonna build this together, and then I'm gonna build one with you guys right here. I need you guys to try to figure out what is the goal outcome, because here's the difference between a challenge and a webinar. A webinar, I can go and just like educate someone, tell them all the reasons they should, invest in crypto, or they should buy my real estate product, or whatever the case is, right? In a challenge, I need them to enter the challenge and leave with an actual outcome that they can go and do that thing that they left with. Okay, so in today's example, I'm gonna be using Justin's business, who's has a YouTube product, and if we could get him a mic, if there's anyone in the room who has a mic, if we could get him a mic over there against the wall, just because I'm gonna ask some questions. But essentially, Justin's product is YouTube, right? So like, when I build this challenge, my outcome is you need to leave being able to already have your YouTube ads launched, example, right? If I can get them in the door and I can get them to leave with that outcome, it's very easy for me to sell them on a product with YouTube ads because they've taken steps 1 through 9. And 9 through 10, we all know is like the biggest gap of knowledge that needs to be taken. But 1 through 9 is the biggest gap of excuses that people make to not take those steps to do that thing, right? So it needs to have an end outcome. Person needs to make commitments with you. I'm gonna show you how we do that, but every single day we basically do micro commitments. So even down to like making a vision board together on day 1, or giving them a calculator, or giving them in today's example, I'm probably gonna have the people in the challenge make a script for a YouTube video so that they make that commitment to script out the YouTube video with my script. they're going to go film it, and they're going to come back. That's a micro commitment. Because at the end of the 4-day or 2-day or 5-day, whatever challenge you want to do, if I can get someone to take micro commitments across the board and get to the end of this challenge, every time they make a commitment, I tell them to do something, they do it, and it results in a win, then they will assume that if I tell them to buy this thing with me, that it's going to also result in a win. This is something you can't do in a webinar. Like, you can't really give people homework to do on a webinar live because you're so focused on your story and your pitch and all these things. And so this is another huge advantage in a challenge, right? If I can give people these micro commitments, my close rate goes up dramatically. Number 3 is the most important one. And this is the one I built. This is probably the sentence that I build my entire challenge around, okay? Rich Schefren talked to me about this. We were kind of going back and forth. And the goal here is to make a person believe it's probable, not possible, okay? I think a lot of us, we market and we show people that things are possible, okay? Look at this other guy and, he's awesome at YouTube ads, or he's awesome at crypto. He took my program and made millions in real estate. Whatever it is that you guys are selling, you're showing people that it's possible. Everyone knows it's possible at the end of the day, right? Like, you can show someone it's possible to be a millionaire. They know that, though. There's millionaires everywhere. They know millionaires exist. They know it's possible. They're not questioning that. They're questioning if it's probable for them to be a millionaire at the end of the day, right? And so I think a lot of us are selling the wrong goal. We're just trying to show people that it's possible, when in reality, what we need to do is show them it's probable for them specifically. And that is what you need to do in order to get these commitments. And you can probably take that to your webinars too. But I think a lot of us frame everything wrong. We're just trying to show people that you can do it, but we're not really showing them that you can do it. You know what I mean? A lot of people have these false beliefs. I'm going to show you how I crush this in our challenge. And then last but not least, obviously, you're going to establish yourself as a trusted person to teach them. So it's going to be pretty easy. So on the technical, let me show you a couple things, I guess, first. 2 things. You can run a challenge free, or you can run it paid. I prefer paid. And I'll walk you through some frameworks. After my presentation is done at the end, I have some tips for you guys. And I'll show you different ways that we run traffic to our challenges to get them paid. But if you are running free, something you want to do is you want to sell some sort of VIP option. $97 is a pretty good price point. We see that about 1/3 of our ad spend gets back to us when we do this. So if we run a free challenge, we spend $60,000, $20,000 is going to come back to us before the challenge starts. And on average, 40% of the people who pay the $97 end up transacting with us on the back. So it is a very key indicator of someone actually buying with us at the end of the challenge. That being said, when you do free, there's benefits of getting way more leads, way less people show. If you do paid, you get way less leads, way more people show. So it's just a balance. I want to give away something daily if it's free as well, because I want that show rate to be up. And usually I want to give them some sort of freebie or educational thing on the front end to get more people to show up, because when people just sign up for free shit, they don't care about it. So with that being said, here's kind of what my framework looks like for a challenge. It's super simple. Don't look into it too much, but this is a 3-day challenge example right here. So we'll do basically, it's just like a 3-day webinar if you think about it. So right here on day 1, which is Thursday, we'll essentially do the event. So the blue are the events. We'll do one event, 60 to 90 minutes. Same thing on day 2, same thing on day 3. It's the same Zoom link. So people are just coming back into the same classroom essentially for 3 days straight. On the 3rd day, or whatever the checkout day is, something cool that we do is we do a purchase only event. So Onik loves his FTC compliance. This is like the most FTC compliant way I found to create urgency. So instead of telling people like, only the first 20 people get this thing and it's fake, or we have a timer and then the checkout page closes, or whatever the case is, I just run an event right after the event that's not recorded, that you can only jump into if you buy. So like, for example, if I'm doing a real estate program, let's say, on day 3, I would say, hey, listen, after this, I'm doing a personal call with everyone that's purchased. Like in 30 minutes when this call is done, I'm going to jump into that Zoom room and we're going to kickstart everything so that by the time the weekend's over, you guys can already start finding your first deal. I'm going to show you everything you need to do. I'm going to show you all the first steps. I expect you in the next few days to go take action on the stuff that I'm going to teach. It's not going to be recorded. It's not going to be in the course. If you miss out, you miss out. Tough luck. I'm sorry. But this is only for the action takers because I'm going to give my own personal time. This isn't like a pre-recorded course, anything like that. I'm going to do this right now in 30 minutes. And so that urgency is there because, let's be honest, everyone's so sold to all the time that we've kind of become immune and just assume like things can be extended. I tell this story. I used to work at Lifetime Fitness, a gym. And every like 2-3 days, they give us like a new promo to sell people on. And This is like human psychology at its finest. So they basically one day like brought me a promo, $200 of free swim lessons if someone signs up. Okay, so what every other salesperson would do is they just put it on their desk, and when someone would come to the gym to visit, they'd be like, "Hey, we got this awesome promotion, $200 for swim lessons, blah blah blah." What do you think someone would do when they saw that? Can you guys take a guess? Give me some guesses. What would you do if you walked in the gym, you saw a promotion, $200? No one? Cool, cool. I'll tell you what people do. They go, "Give me $300 and I'll sign up." Because everyone thinks everything's negotiable, especially these like bonuses that you do, these time extensions. It's just basic human psychology. If the deal's not there today, it'll be there tomorrow if I really talk to him because I know he wants to sell. He wants to make a commission. So what I would do is I would just hide my paper on the wall in my little cubby. And whenever someone sits there, I let them haggle and negotiate a little bit back and forth. I'd say, "Let me go see what I can do for you. Let me see if I can do something." And I would walk outside. I'd fake like I was talking to my manager. I'd walk back into my office and be like, "Listen, dude, manager wanted to give you $100 of free swim lessons for your kids." I said, "That's not going to cut it, bro. So I got you $200, but you got to sign up." And what do you think they did? They pounded their chest. "Honey, you see that? I got $200 from us because I negotiated." And so that right there is human psychology, guys, and we need to understand that. So when we say things like, "Oh, the cart's going to close in 48 hours or 24 hours, whatever it is," people always in the back of their head are like, there's something to this that's not like 100% true. It's some shady marketing stuff. When I say this is not recorded, it starts in 30 minutes and you have no choice but to buy right now or miss this 1 hour training that I'm doing, it is another level of FOMO. There is no time to let me wait and see what my wife says tomorrow or let me see what finances look like. It doesn't matter. You swipe your card right now or you miss it. And so that's a huge key and maybe something that you guys can even do on your webinars if you're actually running live webinars. I think that's something pretty cool. So with that being said, I'm gonna build out how I would script one of these challenges because like Onyx saying, all the tech and all this other stuff doesn't really matter as much as the offer and how everything's framed. So Justin, did it get you a microphone?
Yep.
Nice. All right, cool. For those of you guys that don't know, Justin has some pretty cool offers. He's got a pretty good stack. So if you could just walk me through, Justin, let me just make sure I got this working. Nice. Okay, cool. So let's go products. Can you guys see this on the screen? I was supposed to be a doctor, by the way. That's why my handwriting looks like shit. But I dropped out of that. Justin, can you let's just talk because just transparently, I talked to him at lunch. He gave me all his products, and I said, "Here's the 3 that I'm going to focus on." Could you give me your 2 softwares real quick?
Yeah, so we have TubeSift and Video Ad Vault.
Okay. TubeSift and Ad Vault. And how much do you sell these for?
One of them $67 a month or $497 a year, and Video Ad Vault's $97 a month or $997 a year.
Okay, cool. And we can bundle these together to get what?
$137 a month.
I think it's so many buttons. One what?
$137 a month.
Dude, I want to help me out, man. This thing is crazy. I swear I'm just trying to write. All right, cool. And then your other products? Coaching? Let's go the high ticket.
Yeah, we have a $7,000 offer that's basically a 90-day YouTube ad accelerator where we kind of done with you, help deploy, all that kind of stuff.
Done with you?
Yep.
Okay, cool. That's pretty much all I need. Okay, so to break it down, he's got 2 software products, which I think his business is primarily predicated on software. So he's got a $67 TubeSift, which does what?
It's a targeting tool.
Targeting, okay, cool. And then what's AdVault?
Spy tool. And it also scripts your video ads and everything for you.
Okay, cool. So basically what we want to do here is we want to script a challenge for him. So we're going to use these products right here that are on the board. And I'm probably going to draw out a 3-day YouTube ads challenge. So here's kind of how I'm going to structure this. 3-day YouTube ads challenge. And basically what our goal here, the goal, is you're going to launch a successful YouTube campaign for your business, okay? We're gonna target business owners. And I'm gonna charge for this. This isn't gonna be a free challenge. I'm gonna do this for about, let's say, $97. So in 3 days, we're gonna work together for 3 days. I'm going to launch this entire YouTube campaign for your business. So every single person that enters this challenge is going to leave launching an actual campaign. They're not going to be scared of Google Ads anymore. And they're going to be confident enough that YouTube Ads is going to work for them that they are going to buy Justin's $7,000 program. And it's going to be so simple. I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So let's go day one. Let's see if this thing is working. Nice. Okay, cool. So day one, right here. Day one is exactly how we're going to script it. Everyone's going to get on. Justin's going to give an intro about himself. Then he's going to describe the challenge. He's going to show them over the next 3 days. This is exactly what we're going to be covering. Then he's going to get into the opportunity of YouTube ads. So in your business, it would be whatever yours is. So, in this case, just from a scripting standpoint, it would be like, the top 2 traffic sources in the world are YouTube and Google. Both of them are the biggest search engines, blah, 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 blah. And then I would have everyone sold 100% on the fact that YouTube is the best platform to run ads on. So now that they're not only here and they paid, I've now hopefully sold them on the opportunity that they're going to uncover over the next 2.5 days, which kind of forces them to stick around. And number 3, I need to basically teach them something on day 1 that they can take action on in homework. So in my opinion, what I would do is I'm going to show them the winning YouTube scripts, okay, that work across the board. And I'm going to give them a template that they can download right there on the call that they can replace with their business, whatever it is. So they can shoot a selfie video and, he's going to give them a script of problem, solution, whatever, and he's going to basically just tell them, put your business name here, put your business problem here, put your solution here, whatever it is, right? So people are going to leave this call, and on the call, they're going to basically rewrite the script, and then their homework is going to be to film the video. And Justin, what's your favorite method of social media communication?
Oh.
Facebook, Instagram?
Yeah, probably Facebook. It'll probably have a Facebook group.
Okay, cool. So basically what I'm going to have them do is I'm going to say, hey, listen, guys, I want to see these personally, and I want to hold you accountable personally. So you now have the winning script. I want you guys right now to spend the next 5 minutes rewriting the script for your business. And then after this day is over, what I want you to do is I want you to go film the script on a selfie video on your phone, horizontally, just like I just showed you. And I want you to send me that video on Instagram Messenger. Here's my profile. I want you to send it directly to me so that I can make sure I hold you guys accountable. So number 1, I'm getting them to do their homework. I'm getting them to take a step in the right direction. Most of you guys in this room, even, I talk to you, you're like, oh, I don't really know how YouTube ads work. I'm scared the content never works when I launch YouTube. So I've kind of overcome one of their biggest objections I already know ahead of time, which is what kind of videos do I shoot, what kind of scripts are going to work, etc. And I'm scared to get on camera. Number 2, what's happening when they send it to Justin is not only are they holding themselves accountable and they're getting closer to him because now they're messaging him, but if Justin has a sales team or if Justin wants to do the sales himself, he can flag all these messages and follow up with these people after the challenge is all said and done if they didn't buy, if they didn't book a call, whatever the case is. And he has all these people that were trying to hold themselves accountable by taking the homework on day 1. But by the time day 3 came around, maybe they fell off a bit because they're not actually, they didn't decide to take action. So he can go hold them accountable inside of the messages. So that's a pretty fair example of what day 1 is. On day 2, I'm going to get into some crazy stuff. Day 2 is probably where I spend the most time teaching. So I'll say teach, teach, teach. But here's the key. In Justin's case, and in a lot of your cases, even if you don't have software, you can do this with things like Go High Level or other different softwares that you can affiliate on. I want at least, if no one buys, I at least want everyone on here to walk away, subscribe to my software if I'm Justin, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, I'm going to teach using the software, showing them how I find YouTube targeting, showing them how, what's the other one do, Justin? YouTube targeting and what?
It actually helps you script your ads and find what's working. So.
Perfect. So I'm going to find other competitor ads. I'm going to be able to tweak my ads. I'm going to show them how to use targeting. I'm going to show them how to use these tools. I'm going to tell them, hey, listen, don't worry, guys. Because you paid for this challenge, I'm going to give you free 30 days on both my softwares, which is, what do we say? Sorry, I can't scroll up on this thing.
$137.
$137 a month. I'm going to give you that for free. So now I got all these people on my software for $137 a month. In a month from now, they're all going to be paying me $137. But not only that, the biggest problem with software churn in general is that people don't know how to use the software. And so I'm spending all day literally teaching them how to do the thing that I'm giving them for free. So now they're getting it for free. And I'm basically going to educate them on actually launching their first ad. So we're going to make our Google ad account from scratch in front of everyone on day 2. And I'm going to teach them how to actually launch an ad and get it going, okay? And then for homework, I'm going to give them a projection sheet. How much money do you want to make with your YouTube ads? Okay, you're a business owner. You know what % of calls you close, how much your product costs. So here's an Excel sheet where you just plug in how much money you want to spend and how much cost per click you're getting on YouTube based on the data today. You're going to fill this out for tomorrow so you can see exactly how much money you need to spend and what cost per click you need to get to make the money that you want to make as a business owner. So now, look how close I am to getting them to probable instead of possible, okay? So they've already scripted their own ad. They've already filmed their own ad. They've now come back with their filmed ad. I've showed them not only how to build the ad themselves, but how to use these software tools to basically hack their way to success and get there faster. I've given them the tools for free. Now there's no excuse for them not to use it. And then I've also given them a sheet that shows them the exact numbers that they need to hit inside of the account to get the results that they want. So this isn't some like guessing game for them anymore. This is them actually knowing exactly what they need to do in order to get the results that they want. Does that make sense so far? Am I losing you guys? I know it's the end of the day. Can I just get one more yes, like a little stronger? Yes. That's good enough for me. I appreciate it. And last thing I'm going to do, if I'm going to make this, in this case, a 3-day challenge, I'm going to pitch, but I'm going to pitch in a different way, okay? So there's 2 things you can do here. In my opinion, if your product is like $5,000 or less, you can sell it direct to checkout on a challenge. So I run challenges every single month where we pitch a $5,000 product, and that is the only thing that we sell, and we close like crazy on that challenge. On the other hand, I have products where we sell for $40,000. There's no way someone's going to check out for 40 grand. It's just impossible. So the 7 grand product price point, I put kind of above that threshold of people being able to just swipe on a challenge, right? They want to talk to someone on a call. They want to kind of get across the board. So what I say here is I start saying, hey, listen, obviously we made a lot of progress on day 2. I do this for a living, obviously, and I've done this for X amount of time. And this is all I do. I literally help people with their YouTube ads. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to want to work with a specific group of you guys on a much deeper level than we are on this challenge. That being said, I don't have the capacity to work with a ton of people. And most importantly, YouTube may not work for everyone. So I want to handpick the people that I think are the actual best fit for this. So if you're interested in hearing what I have to share with you tomorrow, I'm not going to share it with everyone in the group. I'm just going to share it with a select group of people. I want you to go ahead and fill out this application. So he's going to basically send people to an application. And we're going to, on day 3, take all these people that are in an application, and we're going to pitch them separately from the rest of the group, okay? So now I'm getting a 3rd micro commitment from these people. 1, I had them script. Well, I mean, 1, I had them show up to the challenge, right? 2, I had them script. 3, I had them basically download the software and sign up and also do their projection sheet. And 4, I had them fill out an application. So at this point, by day 2, I've already gotten 4 commitments from people. And these are the same people that are filling out this application form. And these are the only people that I'm going to be pitching on day 3. So, I'm still teaching on day 3, yeah. So, Justin, you know a lot more about YouTube ads than I do, hopefully. But I would say on day 3, we've kind of taught them targeting. We've taught them all these things. On day 3, we're going to teach them about like how to scale, what metrics to look for, what numbers matter, how to split test, creatives. Anything else you think we should be teaching them?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, just like KPIs, all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
How to diagnose something if it's not working, maybe.
Cool. I'll put that under here. And so basically now day 3, we're basically showing them how to take this from like infancy to like toddler. Okay, I don't need to show them how to like build a $1 billion company on this challenge. That's not what this is for. Okay. And then what I say is, hey, listen up, everyone. after talking to a bunch of you guys, it seems like we need a day 4. We need to do X, Y, Z. And in Justin's case, I would imagine it would be something along the lines of like scaling YouTube ads. I want to show you how to take this to the next level. I want to teach you other campaigns inside of YouTube besides this one that we've built. If you guys want to learn that, I'm going to give you day 4 for free. We're going to do another run tomorrow. But for those people that have applied, I've sent you a separate Zoom link, and I want you guys to jump to the Zoom link so that I can go and show you exactly what it is that I was going to be discussing with you guys. That being said, if you guys still haven't applied and want to still find a spot, I'll drop the application right now. So he's going to drop the application for the rest of the people, and then he's going to jump to the other Zoom room. This is the end of day 3, and he's going to take everyone that's applied, and that's going to be his pitch room. And he's going to pitch them on the $7,000 program right there on the spot, and they have to put it down a deposit to book a call to jump on and actually get on the call. So he's going to pitch them, in this case, probably a $997 deposit. And they're going to get on a $7K sales call. And on this day alone, he's going to cash collect probably like 90% of the revenue that he's going to pull in from these calls that are booked this day. Day 4, and ideally, honestly, as I structure this, ideally I would probably structure as a day 4 challenge out the gate and just have day 4 already existing there. And I would do the pitch the same exact way that I'm doing it. And then on day 4, this one, application. Yeah, it's doctor handwriting. If you take it to your local pharmacy, they'll understand it though.
Are you telling them the price, like $7K up front?
100%. I'm telling them the price. Even when I pitch a $25K offer, I'm telling them the price right. I don't want people to bullshit and waste time. You know what I mean? Whenever I'm pitching, that's what I'm telling the price. Yeah, I'm not telling them the price beforehand. The only thing I would be doing beforehand, day 1, 2, and 3, is like, people pay me over $10,000. I'd be anchoring price. I'd be like, people pay me $10,000 to do this for them. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it for free. So like when we're pitching other products for like 25, 30 grand, we'll be like, people pay us 40 grand plus all the time to teach them how to do this thing that we're doing, and we're going to try to teach you as much as we can in these 3 days. So we're anchoring the price higher than where the current price is, so that when we anchor them at 10K subconsciously throughout the 2-3 days, that Justin charges 10K to help people do this, and he goes and pitches them on a 90-day boot camp to do it in 90 days, whatever, for 7K, it's going to feel like he's doing it at a cheaper price for them, because in their head, they're like, if I work with Justin, it's going to be at least 10K, if that makes sense. But I'm never actually pitching the 7K until I pitch. When I pitch, 100%. If they can't even fill out the form, why am I even pitching them? So let me put it in perspective. If I already know in the room, there's probably 30% of people who are actually going to take this or consider this offer, right? Why not make them feel more exclusive for free? Do you get what I'm saying? If I pitch to everyone, I will probably have a net lower result than just pitching to those people, because they will have applied and they will have been accepted into the pitch. They know I'm going to pitch them something. That's literally what I'm telling them. But I'm making them apply for it, and then I'm accepting them into the pitch and then giving them their own private room to come get pitched. Do you get what I'm saying? Make sense? Sorry, 1 second, I'll get to you. Oh, that's it, we're done. Day 3. Dude, think about the FOMO it creates with everyone else. They're like, dude, man, I'm not in the group that has all these applications. I want to be in the application group. You understand what I'm saying? So your worst case is they're filling out an application or they're leaving. This is someone who's not going to buy from you anyways. You get what I'm saying? So like, don't even waste your time. I think that's the problem we all make, is we're like, everyone's a buyer. That's not true at all. This small segment is buyer pool. If it's less than 5K, I'm selling straight to the checkout. I'm not doing an application process. I do it on the second to last day, because I always want to pitch twice. That's the cool part about a challenge. With a webinar, I can only pitch once. I can't pitch twice. Maybe like a replay if you consider it, but I can't really pitch twice to the same group. On a challenge, I can pitch twice. So the rule of thumb is you always want to have your pitch 2 days before the last day. So if it's a 4-day challenge, I want to pitch on day 3 so that I can pitch again on day 4. Same with this reason, right? So day 3, I'm pitching only to applications. On day 4, I'm going to pitch to everyone just to clean up it. So with you, if you're going straight to checkout, there is no application. You're just going to pitch on day 3, and you're going to give a day 3 bonus that people will not get on day 4. You get what I'm saying? So that people that bought on day 3 feel like they got the upper hand and not the people on day 4. If you take away something, now people on day 4 really believe that you're going to take away whatever it is you're going to take away after day 4. You get what I'm saying? So for example, I did a challenge. I was talking to Onik about this one. We did a challenge in the real estate space, and this person has a live event they do once a quarter. And so my bonus was, let's give them 2 tickets to the live event. They can come twice to different events, or they can come bring a friend, whatever they want to do. They get 2 tickets on day 3, or in this case, it was a 3-day challenge. So on day 2, they get 2 tickets. On day 3, when we pitched it, sorry, you only get 1 ticket now, not 2. So we took away a $1,000 ticket as a bonus between day 2 and day 3. That makes sense. Make sense? That's your fault. You didn't take action. I told you this is going to go away. Actually, they're more excited to work with me, believe it or not. Because I'm actually about my shit. You know what I mean? If I just told them, hey, this is going to go away, and then tomorrow, surprise, it's still here, they'd be like, okay, it's probably still here tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? Yep. Oh, no, I pitched in the price. No, they give me $1,000 knowing what the price is. Yep. Now, here's the thing, 7,000, sorry, last thing. 7,000 is like a weird price point. Because it's like almost close enough where like some of those people will just buy, but not high enough where like deposit's like really worth it. It's kind of a weird spot. Like Justin could easily sell that same product on a challenge for like $12,000 and take $1,000 deposit. And I
meant
bet
12,000.
you, what?
I meant 12,000.
Oh, that's what you meant, yeah. And I bet you his conversion rates on like purchasers would probably be 90% of what they are at 7K. You know what I mean? At that point, that commitment is made. The gap is like, you might as well take more money. Seven's a weird spot because like a lot of these people will buy 7 on the call. It's just like not optimal to sell to everyone at 7. You get what I'm saying? So I have to kind of cater to the whole. I can't cater to those few people that would transact right there. That makes sense? A few other questions. Yep. I mean this respectfully to everyone in the room. If I can teach someone for 3 hours and it means they don't have to buy your product and your coaching, you don't have a good product. Take that in. Like, what can I actually teach you in 3 hours that should eliminate the fact of me coaching you for 6 months? Like if my coaching for 3 months or 6 months is eliminated internally, if this is what you believe, that someone's not going to pay me for that because I gave them too much value in this 2 days, then you need to change your product. You know, that's the harsh truth in my opinion. And, yeah, look, for me, there has to be something that you can give them that is different than whatever you're teaching in the webinar. As much as I've taught, and I've done webinars that are purely like so much value, people could learn the entire method of how I'm buying real estate on that webinar. But it doesn't matter because they're going to go and one mistake that they make doing the thing that they're doing is going to cost them much more than what my program is going to cost. I'll give you an example. I have a friend in the agency space. He teaches people how to get their agency to 10K a month from scratch. Okay, sells like a 10K program. He had the same problem. He's like, I don't want to do this because everyone's gonna learn for free and then they're not gonna want to work with me and blah 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 blah. And I was like, hey dude, have you ever like asked people like why they sign up with you? And he's like, yeah, it's because my course is awesome. And I was like, no, why don't you ask them? Turns out everyone signs up for coaching. No one really signs up for the course with him. So he put his course for free on YouTube. Tripled his entire business. Because now people are watching the course and they're like, I want him to help me personally. I want to be in the coaching program. You get what I'm saying? And so in no scenario should you have a business where you can teach people for 5 hours and they can just go make, obviously someone super ambitious, maybe like myself, could like watch what you're doing and be like, okay, I know what he's doing. I'm going to go do that myself. But like how much opportunity cost do I have of not just like paying you your $5,000? Just teach me what it is, hold my hand, help me make the right deal, save me my mistakes. You get what I'm saying? There's still so much fear there to play on. And I think either your product isn't good enough or you are not highlighting those things enough on the webinar, right? You're like, great, you know how to do all these things, but here's all the things that are going to go wrong in doing it. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not all rainbows and butterflies. You know, you're going to have this, you're going to have this. And in order to avoid those, I'm going to be teaching you XYZ, giving you XYZ bonus. Make sense? Yep. Yeah, everyone's different, but I'll tell you, like, in the 5K offer, direct to checkout, we close, give a number, I'd say like 35% of our total revenue on the last day and 65 on the first day. Yeah, so day two still carries a pretty big load. On our back end offers, like the big ones, like 30K, 40K, et cetera, I'd say we close maybe like 15 to 20% on the last day versus the first day. But remember, the first day is the people who applied, who showed up, who were like really taking the time to fill out a long form, versus the last day was everyone getting pitched. So your consumer is a lot different. I'm trying to take the questions in order. Keep your hands up for me. I know 1, 2, I got you. You're next. What is the pitch for the pitch room? Because I can't pitch this to everybody, and I don't want to work with everybody. I want to pick who I work with. It is how it is. So if you want to take your YouTube ads to the next level, if you want to take them seriously in your business outside of what we're learning here, I want to work with you, but I want to pick the people I work with respectfully. So if that's something you want to do, you can fill out the application. And if my team goes through it and you're a good fit, we'll invite you to the other Zoom room. You get what I'm saying? Cool. Back there and then here.
So I've run challenges like 3 days, 5 days, and they've done well. But if you think about like getting them the result, can we do in 5 days in fitness?
Yeah.
Just mind stuff, right? Nothing physical. So now I'm running 21-day challenges and they're going great. So what would you change or any input if it's a 21? Because, in 21 days, we can do a lot. And they're like, oh, I love it. It's great. But they're not done yet. So the upsell is easy. Like I convert 50%.
Yeah. How many times are you pitching in your 21-day challenge?
Last 3 days before, I invite them for a call, like one-on-one call.
Yeah.
It's a sales call. And
How much are you selling the program for?
5K for 90 days.
I think you're leaving so much money on the table by not pitching day 6, day 10, day 14. So my answer originally was going to say extend your challenge. So I have a friend who does a 14-day challenge. It's pre-recorded. Does about $1.5 million a month net profit from his 14-day challenge. It's on demand. So I don't know how yours works, if it's live or anything.
This is all live. Yeah,
For a challenge that long, you can go not live. So you can just have each day pre-recorded, and you can have it on demand. This is fitness. So you can't expect everyone to show up at the same time. I worked out at 6 a.m. this morning. I know damn well Justin didn't because he said he was going to be there, and he wasn't there. You know what I mean? So you can't make him show up the same time that I'm going to show up. And so for something like you, I'd probably make it on demand. I'd turn them into like episodes. Each one's a day. And when they finish that day, they'll get emailed the link to the next day, and so on and so on. And they do it on their own pace. If it takes someone 30 days to do the 21-day challenge, so be it. You know what I mean? But you have your pitches scattered across. Because someone might feel a certain way on day 5, dude. I might actually not make it to the end of your challenge on day 21. Does that mean I'm disqualified from you working with me? Or is that more of a reason for me to work with you?
It's definitely more.
You get what I'm saying?
More, yeah.
And so I think you're neglecting all those people before that. So I would find a way to like soft pitch those people. Hey, if you've gotten results so far, if you feel like you've made a change, but you want to take it to the next level, this challenge is still going to be here. Don't worry about it. But like, I want to work with you one-on-one. I want to give you your own personalized nutrition plan, blah, 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 whatever it is. Go ahead and book a call here. You'd be
Maybe like
shocked how many
weekly,
people.
Right?
Sorry?
Maybe like once a week, so for 3 weeks. Like
That's
3
it,
times.
dude. Once on week 1, once on week 2, and then you're 2 times at the end of week 3, whatever it is.
Gotcha.
So I think you're just missing a lot of opportunity there. I guarantee if you track your fall off, there's probably a huge fall off from week 1 to week 2 to week 3. And so you're missing like probably half of your people that you're not pitching. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
might as well pitch them before they fall off.
Right. That's
Cool.
Gotcha.
Right here. Sorry, guys. That's fine, yeah. Super hard question? Okay, okay. So live is always going to be better. Conversion is always going to be higher. You can compare. It's all about your time. You know what I mean? So the richer people get, the lazier they get. You know what I mean? My friend makes $1.5 million a month. I was like, bro, you could do this one thing that could like make you like another 500K. Like we concluded easily in the conversation. He's like, yeah, that's a lot of work. I'm like, that's like an hour a week. He's like, but it's so nice not doing anything. You know what I mean? So like, it all depends on you. You know what I mean? I would go live all the time until you perfect it. Until you know, man, I converted everyone on this one. What did I do right? And I'm just going to record one to be recorded. And you're okay with less of a return, but more passive on time so you can invest more time into marketing or getting more people into the funnel. You know what I mean? So that's my answer on live versus not live. What was the other part of that question?
Yeah, like what's your method for the teaching? Is it like PowerPoint
Oh,
slides?
yeah. It's a mix, just like I did today. I find that drawing is like the most engaging thing. I've done challenges and webinars where it's all slides. And then I take that same challenge and webinar and I say, okay, cool. We're going to do slides for like the first like 6 things, like the opportunity and all this stuff. And then cool, I'm going to go show you. So it's a mix of screen share, a mix of drawing on an iPad. Those are the 2 things that I think are the most engaging. I think in today's world, it's funny, like in middle school, we hated PowerPoints and shit in high school. And then we became adults and then now we're forced to do them all over again. You know what I mean? I think people hate PowerPoints. So I find anytime I do something that's like screen share or actual drawing on the screen, it's the most engaging thing. So especially if someone's gonna sit there for 3 days, dude, 3 days of PowerPoint.
And
a
it's
lot.
like 1.5 to 3 hours a day.
Yeah, dude, honestly, it could be 45 minutes to an hour a day. It's the commitment of them showing up is almost more valuable than the difference between an hour and an hour-and-a-half. You know what I'm saying? Just the fact that they like showed up to the room on day 2 is already leaps. It doesn't matter if it's going to be 40 minutes or if it's going to be an hour and a half. Obviously, the longer the better, right? The more time you spend with someone, the more you're going to close them. But some of you guys, based on your business model, might not have 5-6 hours to put into a challenge. You might only have 3. So you might need to divide it 45 to an hour a day for 3 days. You get what I'm saying? So you need to figure out your own. The more you have them show, the better. But like, don't just make it longer to make it longer and then it's super boring. I like to keep it, like I want it to end and they feel like, damn, man, it ended. I wanted a little bit more. I can't wait for the next day. You know what I mean? You always kind of want to leave it. Kind of like this presentation is going.
Okay. Okay, so
Oh, we gotta fight.
thank you so much. I really enjoyed the presentation. I have a 2-part question. The first part is just clarifying. When they complete that application to get into the pitch room, are they paying the fee at the time of the
No.
application? Okay, they pay it in the pitch room
Yep.
to get onto the phone call.
Yep. So how it would work is in the pitch room, I'd send them to a landing page. This is where they transact. And then on the thank you page is the call.
Ah, okay.
Makes
I like
sense?
that. Thank you.
Yep.
And now my second question is, the reason why I asked is because because I'm doing a challenge for, and Rocio's helping me. I'm doing a challenge for to sell accounting services. However, that's not something to clean up for the whole year of 2023. So that's not something that I can just give everybody one price. But I've broken people down into like 3 categories where there'll be 3 different prices. So it would be super complicated for me to tell people your price might be A, B, or C. And I also get a lot of people that just want to get on the phone. So how could I handle something like this without creating another offer in between to eliminate kind of the tire kickers?
How much are you guys selling it for? What's like the most expensive package?
The most expensive one is $15,000.
Okay. And what are you guys doing for $15,000?
Their whole year of accounting that they didn't do all year.
You save them on taxes or you just do their bookkeeping account?
That's extra.
That's actually, how much is that?
It all depends.
Sure. But like,
Yeah.
if I
It-
just told you blindly right now, pitch me, you can sell me, what price would you give me?
I don't know anything about your situation. That's the tricky part. Why I can't just
Of course.
pick a price.
But that's the problem with your offer at the same time.
Right.
So I'll tell you, my friend runs, and I have so much more shit to show you guys. So my friend runs. I'll kind of give you a sneak peek. So this is on the rest of my slides. But here's what my friend does. He runs a webinar. Okay, and he sends traffic to the webinar, and then on the webinar he pitches a 297 challenge for business owners. He sells the same services you do, and this is a challenge to save you money on taxes. Over the next 3 days, I'm going to save you at least $10,000 in taxes. You're going to show up on this challenge. We're going to save $10,000 in taxes. Okay, it's actually a 5-day challenge, so 5-day challenge. Same system. Day 3, what do you think he does? He takes applications. Day 4, he pitches everyone in a room, $30,000 offer. It's done for you, and I'm going to guarantee you that I'm going to save you more than the $30,000. I'm going to file your taxes. I'm going to do all the tax savings. I'm going to do everything over the next year for you. It's 30 grand. Okay. Then people get on the sales call, like, cool, it's 30 grand. Okay, cool. Well, you have a lot of other companies. We can do 30 grand for this company, but if you want to do this one, it would be an additional 10K example, right? So it's a very easy way to anchor. This is the package you get for 30, and we can go up and down kind of based on where you are. But he does this, and his last challenge, he did 150K in ad spend. He did 2.2 mil cash collected, and he did 4 mil total contracted. So your business is actually the best business for a challenge, because you can take people through 3-4 days, and you can physically show them how much money you just saved them, and be like, that was 4 days. Imagine I just do it for you for a year.
Yeah, so our challenge is on plugging the money leaks inside of their business. And then at the end, my audience typically doesn't have accounting or they don't keep it up to date. So then at the end of the challenge, we'll sell them the accounting. From there, we can sell them the tax plan, the tax strategy, the tax.
How
preparation.
does money leaking translate to accounting, like to filing taxes? I guess it
Because
doesn't. It just translates to like bookkeeping more, right?
well, it translates because they are
So,
not maximizing their.
I'm sorry to interrupt, guys.
Done.
Yeah,
All right.
Shanita, I want you to connect
can talk
afterwards.
later.
And then Eddie, if you want a minute or two just to wrap up, I don't want to cut you short, but if you want a minute or two just to wrap up.
That's all good. We'll wrap up
Sure.
right here. Thank you so much, guys. Hopefully that was helpful.
Round of applause for Eddie.